Salary sacrifice is a term used to describe the practice of an employee directing a portion of their pre-tax income into superannuation rather than having it paid to them personally. The benefit of this is that it can save you tax. The less tax you pay, the more you have left over to invest. When money is allocated to superannuation, it gets taxed at the superannuation rate of 15% rather than your marginal tax rate, which can be as high as 47% when the Medicare levy is included. To give you an example of how this may work, consider the following. Meet Chris. Chris works as an office manager, earning $140,000 per annum. Chris decides to salary sacrifice $1,000 per month, or $12,000 per annum, into her super on top of her 11% employer superannuation guaranteed contributions. By doing so, her taxable income is reduced by $12,000, but she incurs an additional 15% contributions tax on the $12,000 contributed to super. Given this, her estimated personal tax payable reduces by $4,860, but tax paid by her super fund increases by $1,800. This gives Chris a net tax saving of $2,880. You receive the tax benefit each pay cycle as the amount of tax your employer pays on your behalf under the PAYG system is reduced. In Chris's case, even though she was salary sacrificing $1,000 a month, her after-tax income would only reduce by an estimated $610 per month thanks to this tax saving. The benefits of salary sacrifice include the following. Reduced tax payable. Salary sacrifice reduces the amount of assessable income, which in turn reduces the amount of personal income tax you'll pay. Boosted retirement savings. By increasing super contributions, you will have more money invested within superannuation for your retirement. Tax efficient savings structure. Superannuation is a tax-effective vehicle to save for your retirement as earnings within your super fund are taxed at a maximum rate of 15%. Forced savings plan. Additional money is allocated to your retirement savings before you get to spend it. This creates a great forced savings plan and eventually you'll adjust your expenditure to account for the reduced income. Potential employer incentives. In some instances, your employer may offer incentives to make voluntary contributions to superannuation. You need to check your employment contract to see if any incentives are available to you. The potential risks of salary sacrifice include the following. Reduce take-home pay. Reducing your pre-tax income will lower your take-home pay. This means you have less money available for living expenses and alternative wealth-building activities such as paying down debt. Contribution cap limits. You are limited as to how much you can salary sacrifice. Salary sacrifice forms part of your concessional contributions cap limit. In the current 2023-24 financial year, the concessional contributions cap limit is $27,500. Your employer superannuation guaranteed contributions and any personal deductible contributions also count towards this cap limit. If you exceed your cap limit, you may have access to carry forward unused concessional contributions. If not, tax implications will apply. Please note, if you are currently in an untaxed superannuation fund, the standard concessional contributions cap limits do not apply to you, so you need to seek specific advice. Limited access to funds. Superannuation savings are preserved until you meet a condition of release. For most people, this condition is reaching preservation age and retiring from the workforce. There are some instances where you may be able to access the benefits earlier, such as release on compassionate grounds, financial hardship, or release under the First Home Buyer Super Saver Scheme. Understand your investment strategy and fee structure. Before putting any additional money into your superannuation, you want to ensure you understand and are comfortable with the investment strategy and the fee structure within your super fund. And Division 293 tax. For high income earners, if your combined income and concessional contributions exceed $250,000 in a financial year, you may face an additional 15% tax on some or all of your super contributions, totaling a 30% contributions tax. Implementing a salary sacrifice arrangement is relatively easy. Simply discuss this with your payroll department and they will advise you of the process to get it set up. If you think salary sacrifice to superannuation is an appropriate strategy for you, we strongly recommend you speak with your financial advisor. They can help assess the appropriateness for your particular situation. Please note, the information contained in this video is general in nature only and does not take into consideration your objectives, financial situation, or needs. As legislation is constantly changing, the accuracy of this information is only current as at the time of recording. Before relying on the information, you should check to see if there have been any changes.